Here we go. Okay. Should be live. Should be. We'll find out. We will find out. There we go. There we go. Yo, what up? What up? What up? Perfect. Perfect. Go back here. Why is that not there? Yo, 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 yo. Damn it. Perfect. Perfect. So that. Yo, what up? Do you think John Jones is telling the truth about his hip? Um, I don't. I don't know. I think it's odd because like I don't think he needs to wrestle DC, but he also has. It's not like oh he's scared of DC. There's nothing to be scared of. He's dominated them 2 times, so that doesn't make sense. I don't like that argument. I wouldn't be surprised if he had some hip issues. That would make sense. But I don't really know because it also could be him, you know, throwing shit out there to get like Pereira being like, ooh, doubting him a little bit. John Jones is smart. That's what it is. He's smart. We are live. 3. Appreciate you. Hold on 1 second. I couldn't believe it, but he is such a sketchy dude sometimes. Yeah, I could believe it. Yeah, exactly. Yo, Lucas, what's up? Lolita, appreciate you guys being here. Bro, Tom Brady was in Sacramento today. It was a packed crowd, and he was promoting a card store opening up here. I didn't get to meet him. Damn, that's awesome though. That's really cool. It's interesting to me. Um, to get more money. Yeah, I don't know about more money. I don't think that's what it is at all. I think he could be using it as a mind thing against like his opponents. Like, oh, is his hip not good? I don't really know. He could be him playing mind games to get more money. He could. I mean, there's nothing he could say to get more money. I mean, his legacy is already solidified. Like the more money thing is kind of whatever. Yeah, as I get older, I appreciate Tom Brady more and more and more. Just one of the best to ever do it. I'm biased, and I think Rodgers is the greatest of all time. But there's no doubt that Tom Brady is incredible. No doubt. But I appreciate you guys being here. Smack that like button. Aaron Todd released, I heard. Good. Good. If you're going to cheat, at least get away with it. Oh, my goodness. And he's not even that good, anyways. I thought he was throwing a G shade at DC. I mean, that would make sense too. That would make sense too. Again, he has nothing. He has no reason to fight DC again in any capacity. I hate the thought of him fighting anything of DC. What the fuck has DC done to deserve to fight John Jones? Cool beard dude, appreciate you. Seriously, appreciate you. Nothing. DC has done nothing to get that third rematch or third fight against John Jones. Tell Europe I'm back for round 2. That makes no sense. Sup, yo, what's up, John? Football's good time with the ball, some grass with people. What are you talking about? I heard a lot of short notice fights like Nico Price is fighting this Saturday. Yep, 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 yep. Also, somebody put in the chat on Wednesday when I was live that Loner Kavanaugh was fighting Brandon Moreno. I didn't think that was going to be true because he just lost to Charles Johnson and Johnson wanted that fight. But apparently they took Loner out against Bruno Silva, put Charles against Bruno, and now Loner is fighting Brandon Moreno. Very interesting. It's very interesting. Trump fought in WWE? No. Yo, Taryn, what's up? He was in WWE with Bobby Lashley and all that stuff. Thank you for being leader, president of the Proud Virgin movement. Okay, okay, sure. What's up, Clyder? LOL. Oh, Loner is fighting Moreno is wild. Yeah, it's one of the crazier. Again, again, I'm okay with it specifically because it is a short notice fight. It is not a automatic, like they didn't schedule this fight. Loner didn't get this fight. He accepted it on short notice. Baller move for Loner. It is a win-win for him. Your screen is lagging. Not true. I'm probably gonna watch this weekend's card, but I'm not that excited for it. That's fair. What are you talking about, Cake? What are you talking about? I'm ready for 326. Fair. Fair. I'm excited for UFC London card. Yeah, that's a good one. Trump not attending Super Bowl? Probably not. I don't really know why he would, you know. Probably, honestly, one of the Super Bowls I'm not really excited for. I'm not crazy excited for it. Typically, I'm pretty stoked for it, but not really excited. Zero part of the time, but appreciate you. I don't understand why they're doing Dawkins versus Luque. I mean, it's a step up for Dawkins. I would say that's why. Luque has fought a lot of really good ranked fighters. Nobody likes Bad Bunny. Correct. Correct. I'd rather have the Super Bowl in Candlestick, not Santa Clara. Fair. We really don't have that much longer until 326 gets here. Yep, you're correct. Again, I'm excited for it. Again, the predictions videos that have not been out yet this week, they're going to be out after I get done with this live. I just been super busy. Work's been fucking draining me, but they'll be out today. It is unfortunately only going to be one video. It's going to be a full card breakdown. That those videos don't ever really do that good view wise, but if you guys can, please watch, like it at least, comment. Um, it's just gonna have to be with times. Otherwise, I'm gonna be up till 5 o'clock in the morning trying to get it all done. How are you, MMA? Pretty good. How about you? Charles said he's gonna make a statement against Holloway. Let's go. Let's go. What is your work? Aerospace job security. Charles said he's gonna KO Max. Let's go. Football with grass. Okay. Okay. I can't watch soccer. That puts me to sleep. Again, if you guys can, smack that like button. We're almost to 10 likes. Super chats are always welcome. About $40 away from hitting that $100 commitment for YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Football with grass or fake grass. Kind of excited for this card this Saturday. I'm excited. I really am. Yo, what's up, Johnny? Emmanuel. This is probably the lamest Super Bowl ever. Seattle Seahawks versus New England. Yeah, it's weird because I think Darnold has played well, obviously better than he has in the past, but he's still turning the ball over at a crazy amount. I think he had over 20 turnovers this year. Like that's a crazy amount. I think he had 15 interceptions and only like 23 touchdowns, 24 touchdowns, something like that. It's just when your team goes to the Super Bowl, it's like the Jalen Hurts thing. Oh, the quarterback's great. It's not how that works. I hate it. 3 chick fights. Yo, what's up? What's up? My grandpa. Okay. Sorry about that. What's up? Tom Brady was in Sacramento. Yep. So sorry about that. Oh. Yeah, like I said though, we have a couple of good fight announcements even made. That's not correct. There we go. Here we go. Um, this one got put up there. This is literally AI. No, it's not. Good try though. I mean, which fight are you looking forward to this Saturday? The fight I'm looking forward to the most this Saturday is probably, this is gonna sound weird, but Dustin Jacoby versus Juice Box. The reason why is that fight seems wild to me. Is that your cat? Sure is. Bad Bunny makes football more fun. Not even a little bit. Seahawks have been to Super Bowl. Yeah, cat is so cute. Appreciate you. 12 years ago, Seahawks were there. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Dustin Jacoby is going to be wild, and I like Juice Box as well. Yep, I think the biggest thing for that fight is I think Juice Box is going to be faster. It makes that fight weird. It really does. Wait, 12 of 13. What fight do I not have? Also, Javid Bashret has a short notice replacement fight. That's kind of crazy to me, to be honest. Here we go. Perfect. Okay. Anywho's, let's see. Let's see what fight. Vinci Talavera is going to be awesome. Fight I'm most excited for. Ooh, honestly, is probably Gene Matsumoto, Farid Basharat. That's probably the fight I'm most excited for. They have to announce the co-main of 326. I agree. Bad Bunny's a wide receiver. That makes no sense. Who do you got winning the Super Bowl? I got Seattle. I got the Patriots. I think Christian Gonzalez is going to lock down JSN, and the Patriots will win a close matchup. Cat portrait though, Seattle. I'm picking Batista. Ooh, I'm not picking Batista. I think Batista could win, but the X factor to me is the creativity of Vinci Salavera, and he has big power. It's not like Mario is not able to be hit. He is 100% hittable, and I think if Oliveira can make Syed look weird, I think he's going to be able to land on Batista. I want to see an upset with a guy winning on 2 days' notice. Who are you talking about? The guy that's stepping in against Javid? That guy's not winning. Unfortunately, I've watched a lot of his uh regional scene stuff. Decent power, okay striking. He's very susceptible to takedowns. Very susceptible. Also, they have freaking Eduarda Mora as an underdog at plus 170. I don't get it. I know she's fighting Kong Wong. We all like her. I like Mora. I like Mora. Mario's a good stand up too. Sure, but he's still able to be hit. And because this is the one of the only times I think that it's going to help Vince is being as awkward as he is, that power is going to be very present. Very present. Let me see. What is their details? 1.5 inch reach with same height. Yeah, I like the power of Loke Dog. Who do you want to see Quinlan fight next? Well, you just beat Jamie, beating Nasrat. You could do Michael Johnson. You could do Hernandez. Um, um, trying to think. Maybe somebody up a little bit higher. Ooh, I mean, you could. I'd say Carlos Vieira, but I don't think he's gonna be in that spot anymore. Honestly, you could boost him right up there to fight Grant Dawson. You really could. What's up from Austin? I fuck with the what? The cat. Appreciate you. Apparently everything is good with Tapori. He said he's ready for Gaethje. Let's go. Tapori's going to smash Gaethje. So let's go. What are we talking about? UFC, Quinlan Chandler. Weird. Weird. You got Batista or Mario. I got who? That's you meant Oliveira. Okay, I have Oliveira. I want to see Quinlan get rebooked with his original opponent. I agree with that. I thought that guy stood a good chance to beat Quinlan, but with how good his grappling is, it's so hard to see where these fighters are at when they're fighting tough guys, but not necessarily like I would have loved for Jamie to get out of that first round because then I think we see a lot more from Quinlan. We need to see him go through a little bit of adversity. He did a little bit with the Yanal fight in the third round, but I don't know. It's so hard. Vinny Oliveira is a big fucking bantamweight. Doesn't he cut like 40 pounds? Yeah, he said he had to cut 50 pounds. Who was Quinlan booked against? Kwaizu? No, what's his name? Hold on, I'll tell you. Rongju. Rongju. That's who it was. Okay, I'm excited for Kira Huraguchi. Yep, me too. Nasrat is pretty good. I agree with that. Sure. But that's what I'm saying. He hasn't been tested. Like he head kicked Nasrat. So it doesn't really show what he's really made of because he's fresh early in the first round. I got Gaethje beating Taporia. He fucked things up again. That'd be crazy. Did you watch the MMA Guru Bryce Mitchell? Fuck Bryce Mitchell. Did not watch that. Do you like Epstein? That makes no sense. I forgot about Almeida fighting. Yep. Who would you have? Who would you go fishing with in the UFC roster? Ooh, who would I go fishing with? Cowboy. Cowboy. Oh, current. Gaethje has a chance. Gaethje does not. Gaethje does not have a chance. That's like saying Charles Oliveira had a chance. We seen what Charles did to Gaethje. No, no. Gaethje has a chance early. He does not have a chance. He does not. Gaethje does not have a chance. I guess every fight is 50-50, sure. But with how well rounded and how Paddy went away from his abilities against Gaethje. He went away from them. He barely tried to grapple. Don't tell me, oh, he felt something in there. Bullshit. Bullshit. No. He didn't try to grapple. He wanted to strike to prove people wrong about his striking. All of those things. Topuria will not do that. He will not do that. Will there be points in the fight where he brawls with Gaethje? Sure. He will not go away from that wrestling, that grappling. Everyone has a chance. You're correct. Gaethje will fuck him up. No, Justin can fight like he fought Tony. He has a chance. Topori's not going to fight like Tony. Tony was always in his face. It's like a sitting target. I predicted Alex Perez on and Justin cashed out. Hell yeah. Yeah, the Alex Perez one was weird because I knew Perez was going to be tough. I talked about it in my prediction video. I thought the movement and the weirdness of Charles Johnson could win that fight, but Perez is going to be tough. The problem is he fucking missed weight by 4 pounds. So, like, fuck him. Meant to be fair, Justin was eye poked City too. Correct. Thank you. Correct. What's up, Joe? Uh, Not get chinned. Yeah, Torres Finney got fraud checked. No, he didn't. His knee blew out in the first round, like a minute in. That's no, no. And also, we all knew, at least should have known, that Jacob is a decent, tough guy. It's hard to explode into your takedowns when your knee blows out. So, Gaethje liked the eye pokes, though. Good damn right he did. Gaethje will win, and I'll be here to tell you I said so. Juiceman, you are wrong. You are wrong. I have a feeling you have a beautiful head of hair under the hat. Well, I have hair, so yes. The Asu fight versus Perez and the weight missed made me bet on him. Well, that's a weird thing to say because the missed weight I understand, sure. He didn't look great in that Asu fight. And also, his striking is going to look decent in that fight with Asu because Asu's not a great defensive striker. He's not great defensively either. Um, his submissions are where he's good at. Tony Ferguson is a punching bag, correct. Topuria isn't. If anything, Gaethje should Topuria the same way he did Dustin in that rematch. He was getting his ass whooped against Dustin in the rematch until the head kick. Dustin was beating him up until the head kick. I watched a random fight, Struve Stanek. Man, I miss Struve. Yeah, Struve was good for a minute. If Charles wins, he should retire with the BMF belt. If Max wins, he should fight the winner of Ilya and Justin to unify the belts, and then he then the BMF title moves to welterweight. I agree with that. If you're going to fight Joe Rogan, that's not even close to being true. Joe Rogan's 59 years old. Gaethje would have won regardless of the eye pokes. Well, we'll never know. All we know is he poked both of his eyeballs. Either way, the BMF should be unified and move to a different weight class. I agree with that. I'll be honest, I'm not. I'm a casual, not. You're a what? You're not a casual. What are you talking about? Oh, John Jones just said arthritis won't prevent me fighting at the White House. Gon would have won regardless of pokes. That's true. Yes, that's true. But that's just because Tom Aspinall's a bitch. I'm kidding. You fuse outboxing Dustin. What second fight or yeah, second fight were you watching, buddy? He was not outboxing him at all. That's why he had to go to a head kick. And also, he kept doing this weird thing every time Dustin came in where he was like dipping his head. It was very weird. No, I thought Gaethje was controlling him and landing hard shots. Huh. Yeah, I thought Dustin was beating him up until the head kick. Was Dustin overreacting to certain things like super tensely? Yes. Yes. And my UFC fandom has gone down since the TKO takeover. Okay. And gambling also ruined it for me. Okay. Fair enough. It's worth a revisit. Okay. Okay. I definitely rewatch it. It wasn't a blowout, but I had Justin up. Ooh. I think I thought it was. Yeah, I had Dustin up. Of course, Justin was landing good shots, but I thought the pressure and the combinations and the way that Justin was reacting to the shots by Dustin just was weird. But again, beautiful head kick. Not even, not, no. I'm excited for February 21st. Hernandez Strickland, me too. I feel Gaethje was beating Dustin in the second fight too. I like your cat in the hat painting. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Again, if you guys can, slap that like button. Appreciate you guys. Huh. I guess I'll have to rewatch that. I I did not think Justin was winning that. Happy early Friday, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bop, 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 bop. Now Dustin saying he wants Gaethje in a rematch. I don't really want to see that. Why? You know it's going to be chaos. Dustin beat the piss out of him in that first fight. I don't know. What's up, Justin? Why in the world is it not accepting this answer? So confused. Okay, okay, okay. Is it just fucking weird? Weird. Option. You can have Gaethje versus Ilya and Islam versus Gary on the White House together. It will be either Islam or Ilya, but not both. Yeah, that's fair. Um, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Roger, for the $2. I'm not saying that, but appreciate you for the $2. I, I don't know why I would say that, but I appreciate you. I would say honestly, I would rather have Gaethje Ilya. I know it's going to be fireworks. Whether I think Gaethje stands no chance, I know Gaethje's going to come to throw down. Probably got up to 69 here. It felt like spring here. Damn, Gaethje beats him again, in my opinion. Okay, I'm a YouTuber, Justin Berry Knight. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, Justin. Gaethje knocks him the fuck out. I just don't think so. Max at 170, that'd be crazy. Max doesn't need to be at 170. He should finish his career at 55. Correct. Correct. Max would be fat welterweight. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm glad they cut ties with Aaron Tao or Toe or whatever his freaking name was or is. Very weird. Very weird. I don't really understand them even taking this long to cut the guy. Cool beard man, appreciate you. How has your day been so far? I'm here. Glad work's done and all that crap. Ruffy versus Patty is fair. Ruffy versus Chandler at White House is what will happen though. They would do Patty versus Hooker. I don't mind those matchups. Or imagine Max at middleweight. That'd be crazy. Why would that even happen? Yeah, Ruffy versus Chandler is interesting because Chandler is so good in that first round. He stands a chance early. Aaron Tao was a disaster. I knew something was up. He was probably the worst fighter since Mike Jackson. Fair. Armin versus BSD and it all makes sense. Correct. Correct. I think Armin mauls BSD. Mauls him. Send Patty to BKFC forever and forget? No. No. Petty did fine against Justin. We knew the power was going to be an issue for him. He did fine. There's no reason to go to a BKFC thing at all. At all. Why would you send him to a striking thing? He's a grappler. I think Justin versus Patty was fixed. That doesn't make sense. It seems they told Patty not to attempt flying submissions. Well, they didn't tell him anything. And he clearly said it in the media. I'm going to strike with him. I'm going to knock him out. That's it. Good job, Herb. Idiot. Good job. Goodbye. Goodbye. The reality is that if Max wins against Charles, he will be next for the title 100% guaranteed. I hope so. I'm here for any time Max Holloway wants a title shot. Again, 2 more likes and we will be at 20. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Football with grass and people with the ball is the best. Okay. Okay. I think Kuniev is going to smash Charlton. What do you think? I mean, I think they both have the same style. I think Kuniev has the more finishing ability, but I also think if Almeida can get on top of Kuniev, I think Almeida can drown him. I watched some of the Oliveira fights last night. I watched the Gaethje versus Oliveira fight, Oliveira versus Gamrot, Oliveira versus Chandler too. Great matchups. Petty is in for some rough matchups, so no more freebies from here on out. Sure, dirty ass hair and Jesus beard. We okay. Appreciate you. I say 41-38 Patriots. I would like a decent game, just the heck of it. I don't want to see a blowout. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I do think Paul Levesque, Jesus. I do think it's gonna be very low scoring. The highest scoring for me that I think it's gonna be is 24-20. And yeah. I think Patriots win it, but we'll see. Time to play the game, okay? Then I look at some of Holloway's fights. I watch Holloway versus Rodriguez, Holloway versus Gaethje, Holloway versus Poirier. You're missing Holloway versus Cater. Patriots are going to be demolished. Okay, potentially. We'll see. Well, potentially. What's JSN going to do against Christian Gonzalez? I don't really know. Not even close. But okay, he's an her official. Okay. If Kudiev can't defend takedowns, then maybe Jalton can win. But I think the fight will remain on the feet because we have seen it in Blades versus Kudiev fight. Yeah, but Almeida is way better than Blades. He's just better. And if he wants the takedown, Jalton will get the takedown. He's going to be faster than Kuniev. He has to be careful against the cage, unless he's going for takedowns. That could be his friend. But I think Almeida can consistently make Kuniev defend takedowns. And then when he can get Kuniev tired, then he can beat him up. But Kuniev is not out of the fight 100%. Hit Seahawks jump up like crazy the last 2 days. Ooh, okay. Oh, I seen how Oliveira was able to pressure Gaethje, Poirier, Chandler. I can see him pressuring Holloway to and having him on the back foot. 100%. It's exactly what I think. Holloway beats everyone at lightweight except for Ilya. I think he can beat Ilya too. I think he's the hardest fight for Ilya besides Ilya or besides Islam. Sorry. Hope you have a great night, brother. I gotta be up early, but awesome channel, brother. Cheers and have a good night. Appreciate you, Lucas. Have a good one. Appreciate you. You gonna watch MMA Guru? No. Fuck Bryce Mitchell. He was fucking standing up for Hitler. Fuck that guy. One of the worst people ever made on this earth. He was standing up for. Greetings from Argentina. Appreciate you. Your beard is too powerful. Goku's gonna want to fight it. Quagmire. Appreciate you. You look like you say the N word a lot. Never said it my entire life. Nah, Armin finishes Max via elbow, ground and pound. Okay. I think if Armin finishes him, it's submission. But that's fair. But I could also see Max outworking Armin. I mean, yeah, I really could see Max outworking Armin. Armin's striking defense is awful, awful. But where he's good, he's very good. Max is him. What grinds my gears is how people were saying Taporia dominated Holloway when anyone with good eyes can see that didn't happen. Holloway was beating Taporia until the KO. 100% correct. Nah, man, Bryce could have saved him if he just went fishing with him, you know? Yeah, fuck Bryce Mitchell. Fuck Bryce Mitchell. That guy's an idiot. Idiot. Holloway hits hard at 55. I can see him rocking Taporia. Um, I could see him rocking Taporia later in the fight when Taporia's a little tired and all those things. Then I could see him. Early, no. But yeah, not Taporia was winning, but it wasn't a shutout or anything. Holloway went deep into the fourth with him, and it was the fight all day. Yeah, I until the KO, I had Max up all rounds. All rounds. He was outlanding him. He was out throwing him. He was out hitting him. Yeah. Then you got idiots saying Taporia was out striking Max. Yeah, that's the craziest argument. How was Taporia winning? Mario versus Oliveira will be banger at 50 and 50-50 high, but I think Mario have a slight chance his cardio is good. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything to argue about. My biggest thing with Oliveira is, and with Mario, I think Oliveira is going to be so creative with his striking. He's so awkward that he's going to be able to finish Mario. I did not see that. I heard about it, but I didn't see it. What are you talking about, Beaver? Jesus. Jesus. We talking about music? We taking music requests? No, we're talking about fights. MMA, UFC. That's what we're doing. That is what we are doing. I can't play music anyways on YouTube, so the photo frame is so bad. Do what? Oh, bad ad. Oh, okay. I got you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. These trolls smack my head. How many White House fights have been announced? I don't think any. What's his name? No idea. Is that your pet, sir? No, it's not. What's up? What's up? What's up? Joe Burrow fan? I'm a Joe Burrow fan too. I think he's underrated. Anxiety, what's up? What's up? Again, appreciate you guys. Smack that like button if you're joining the stream. How to buy guns on deep web? I would not know that. Said hi, sup. Yeah, but he gets hurt too much. Fair. I think his line needs to help him. Like he wouldn't be getting hurt so much if the line would help. Who's winning Mobzar versus Lerone Murphy? Many people say Lerone can win, but he hasn't faced competition fighters. And Mobzar defeated Diego and Allen. What do you think? Who is going to take the victory? I think Mobzar wins. I think his pressure and his grappling is going to be too much, but it will be a close fight 3-2 either fighter. Decision. Appreciate you for the floating heart. Hello, brother. Vikings. Appreciate you. Holloway said he's going to make Charles quit again. Ooh. I just subscribed. Appreciate you, Joe Burrow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a stupid thing to ask, Grim. That's disgusting. Gene Silva versus Yair or Aljo next. I would prefer watching Gene fight Yair because he's a striker, and I would love to see Yair get flatlined. But I think Aljo is the most competitive fight. Holloway also said once Charles gets hit by him, he's gonna shit his pants, shit his shorts. That's interesting. Yo, what's up, Mix? I think Max is going to spank Charles. Jesus. Did you ever know they wear helmets in pro surfing? No, I did not know that. Seems a little weird. Seems a little weird. They don't. Taporia versus Gaethje. Will that be all out war or slow match leading to a decision? No, all out war. Gaethje doesn't know how to fight smart. We can say Tony Ferguson, but that's different. I haven't showered in 1 week. Okay, great. Damn, everyone counting out Dude Bronx. I don't understand it. I love Max as much as the next guy. He's awesome, but no. Ilya's making a comeback in White House card, but after that, any chance of Islam versus Ilya super fight? How? Is Ilya going to go up to 170? That'd be awful. Islam's not going down to 55. Potentially, if they could fight at 60, 65, that could be one. But I don't want Islam going down to 170 anymore or 155 anymore. Javi Oliveira is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, it's a 50-50 fight. Anytime Holloway fights, it's 50-50. He's earned that right. Hot take. Ilya and Islam never fight. It will be like Khabib and Tony and just never happen. Yeah, yeah. The problem is like Tony and Khabib were matched up 5 times. Like that's the issue in that matchup. I don't know. Gosh, dang it. At 170, Islam versus Chimaev. No, no. Chimaev will only fight once a year, and we'll get I'm Evolve, and then we'll get the winner of Strickland, Fluffy. Also, no, I did do a collab with Fight Night Frankie. It's on his channel. I did post it on the community. Make sure you guys watch that. We talk about a lot of good things for about an hour. Damn, that's a crazy beard. Appreciate you. MVP gives Chimaev the hardest fight at the moment, in my opinion. Spider, I agree. Also, what about that fucking matchup we have him in now? Weird. What's the fight you're most excited about going forward? Ooh, I mean, probably the most excited fight I'm excited for is Max and Charles. The fight can happen in welterweight because Islam is not making 55 one more time. But if Ilya defeats Justin and then vacates the belt and goes up to welterweight, how many times is guy gonna go up in weight? He's not fighting Jack Carlos Prates. He's no. You'd have to do a catch weight. I bet one can Volk and one fat. Hell yes, Smile more. And tell you the truth, I don't think Oliveira will shoot on Holloway. I believe he's gonna want to stand with Max to prove a point and prove that people are wrong who say Holloway beats him on the feet. Well, again, you got to think about this, Taryn. Even if Oliveira hurts Max with the hands and then submits him, he still proves that point. I think that's what he does. No one just shoots on Max. Correct. But I can 100% see in Charles getting Max's back and then getting that rear naked choke after he hurts him. Or doing what happened with Dustin dropping Max, jumping guillotine. If Charles does that, he's finishing Max Holloway. And what about Alex versus Hamza at light heavyweight? Is Adesanya retired? No, he's fighting Joe Pyfer. No, Alex Hamzat's weird because obviously on the feet, Alex is worlds better than Hamza. Hamzat's awful on the feet, but but I don't know about the grappling. Fighters' egos will go on the death of them. Who cares who wins as long as you do so? Correct. A lot of crazies on here tonight, always. Adesanya Piper in Seattle, I already got tickets. Ooh, beautiful, Spider. You'll be there? Hell yeah. What's your opinion on Shavkat dropping? Yeah, hurt again. I mean that's it. I was the champion of him of being like, okay, if he comes back this year, he gets a title shot. He's the number one contender. That's it. Him getting hurt again, had to be out this long time. Maybe probably won't fight till next year. He has to fight one more person coming back. Has to. John Jones, or John Bones Jones, sorry, versus Alex Pereira. Can't pick against the GOAT. Even though Alex is one of the hardest matchups for John. Shavkat News is depressing. Yep, because he's incredible. That's the reality. John Jones destroys. Destroys. You're not understanding how good Alex Pereira is. Don't say destroys, because that's saying it's guaranteed John wins. Maybe, but takes him to the floor in GG. Well, Pereira does train with Glover. Glover's a great grappler. I don't think it's as easy as John gets a hold of him and gets him down and that fight's over. I just don't see anybody beating Alex like that. But if anybody could, it's Alex. Francis versus Alex. Alex mops the floor with Francis. What I can see happening soon as the fight starts, Oliveira is going to come at Max with scary pressure, start landing big shots on him. Ooh, okay. He would be a minus 500 favorite. I don't think so. I think it'd be much closer than that because of what Alex has done in fucking, was it? This will be his 13th fight. He's unbelievable. I'm hearing that Alex is vacating and Olberg and Yuri will fight for the vacant belt. Interesting. Why is Orman not given any chances? Well, because he headbutts fighters at weigh-ins, punches fans, pulls out of title fights. That's why. You think Nate Diaz versus Francis Ngannou can still happen? That makes no sense. Pereira also has a massive reach, just like John Jones. I don't think it's that much. Hold on, I'll tell you. I don't think it's even close to John Jones. Oh, that's not even right. Alex Pereira. Yeah, I don't think it's even close. 79. John Jones still has a 5.5 inch reach advantage on Pereira. Not even close. If Dana makes Alex versus Jones, then Jones will smoke Alex because Alex is a good fight, but Jones is Jones, so it's not make sense. You're saying like if they make that fight, John's gonna beat him easily, and you're gonna be like, oh, that fight didn't make sense because it's John Jones. In reality, it's a tough matchup. I get what you're saying. He's like Islam is too many ways. Isn't gonna come back. I God no. I think Francis too big and too strong. I got Francis by KO. Okay, his striking's not good though. I've stopped doubting Alex. Yep, I can see him beating anyone in the world at any weight. Honestly, fair. Prime Rumble KOs Tom, John, and Alex. Not John. Not John. Look what DC did a Rumble. It would take shorter amount of time for John to do that. But correct KOs Tom. Alex is a weird one because how does Rumble deal with the leg kicks? How does he deal with the pinpoint accuracy of Alex? Could Rumble go out there and flatline him like he did against Ngannou? Not Ngannou, Nogueira? Yes. I wonder how Max is going to deal with the pressure coming from Charles. Me too. Dude, imagine Pereira not having to cut weight and going into a fight fresh and not depleted. It'll be sick. Spider, do you think Max dominates Charles on the feet? No one beautiful bearded queen. Okay. Yeah, Max beats him 50-45. Wow, on the feet. That seems crazy. Gotta be honest. That seems crazy. John Jones beats Alex way too simple. Adesanya beat Alex. Jones would kill him. That's an awful example. Awful example. Tom Aspinall versus Pereira. Pereira not even competitive. Does food ever get stuck in your beard? Yes, it's a beard. Damn, everyone thinks Max beats Charles on the feet. Yeah, I don't think so. Gone versus Aspinall rematch. Give us your opinion. Gone. Look what he was doing in the first matchup. It's only going to get better for Gone in the second one. Rampage Jackson versus Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson all day, every day. Alex can't beat Jones. The fight will be nonsense. We all know Alex is best fighter, but Jones is GOAT. Correct. And he will KO or sub him in round 1 or 2. I think John submits him round 3. Derek shouldn't have went all out like that. Said last showing for the Black Beast. Oh, it's not going to be his last showing at all. Um, I don't really know what happened. I picked Costa to win because I don't trust the durability of Lewis. Justin Gaethje is still hiding from Max Holloway. You're damn right. How do you see Holloway Charles going on the feet MMA now? You know how I see it. We keep talking about it. I think Charles walks him down, catches him with something very, very nice with that technical striking he has, hurts Holloway and submits him. Does Alex beat Gane? I kind of think he does, to be honest. Honestly, I think Gane is Alex's toughest matchup. Yes, I think Alex wins. Rampage has KO power too. Of course he does, but he's not that fast at all. What do you think with whom Cortez Acosta will fight? I think didn't I have to give him Volkov or Blades? Honestly, I think Blades is his toughest matchup. Even though Blades doesn't really do anything great, he's a good pressure fighter and he's huge. So you think Derek is going to fight more? Yeah, he signed a huge contract again. Oh yeah, I can definitely see that happening too. Yep. Patty the Batty, Pimlet versus Max Holloway. Remember, Scousers don't get knocked out. Yeah, that's a very intriguing matchup because of the grappling of Pimlet, not because of the striking. He needs to learn or go back to what he knows. Patty will just take a beating. I don't think so. The quote from Aspinall fans after his fight with Gane was hilarious. Like they say, the Aspinall could have still came back and won the later rounds, and that fighters have come back in other fights. Yeah, yeah. How many times are we going to see fighters get eye poked, resume fighting, win or lose, whatever, with worse eye pokes than that? Most underrated heavyweight currently? Ooh, honestly, probably Acosta. Probably Costa. Anthony Johnson has been, Jesus Christ. Taryn, good God. He's been passed for 4 years, yes. I think that Cortez versus Blades will be a banger. It will test Cortez Acosta, but I think Cortez can take the victory. I agree. 100% I agree. I thought Patty would have tried to wrestle Gaethje more. Well, I should have known that he wasn't going to because all he kept talking about was striking. It makes no sense when you have a guy that's well-rounded sticking to one form that he's least good at. I don't understand it. But he also did do okay on the outside. Should eye pokes be banned? Of course. You know how it stops eye pokes? Take a point away. I don't care about the foul. I don't care if it was an accident. I don't care. Take a point away every single time. Khabib versus McGregor, but stand up striking only no ground. No. No. How many fights have there been where a guy is beat to the point where their face is bleeding and they come back? Only example I can think of off the top of my head is Pettis versus Wonder Boy. Oh, there's so many. There is so many. I mean, look at all the Nate Diaz fights. Nick Diaz back in the day, you'd have fights like that. There's a lot of them. But yeah, Pettis Wonder Boy was wild. 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, the Wonder Boy wins. Ever get spaghetti stuck in the beard? Potentially. I don't know. I'm not a big spaghetti guy. The forward pressure from Gaethje made shooting hard for Patty. Well, the thing is, like, Patty doesn't have to like shoot in for takedowns. Again, all the times you're against the cage, Patty could have gotten the back. I mean, he could have done anything to try to, you know, get submission attempts. It's the same thing with Charles. He doesn't have to shoot in for like single legs or double legs. Try to get the back. The back was there. That's the issue. Patty showed tremendous heart and chin, but Justin is a monster. Sure. Yeah. Every Diego Sanchez fight ever. Yep. Yep. Or Guida. Yep. Yep. Your favorite fight for 2026? Um, I don't. I mean, the one I'm most excited for right now is Max and Charles. That's the one I'm most excited for right now. I I I don't think there's been any fights where I was like, oh my god, so far. I'm asking if you think that fight would have been different if they were striking only. Of course, it would have been different. Of course, it would have been. Connor doesn't have to worry about the ground game. Patty versus Outkilled, what do you think? Is Outkilled is good dude? And if Dana have to give him a push, then give him Patty? No. Patty's way up there. As good as Quinlan is, no. No, 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 no. Totally agree about the eye pokes. The only way it's ever going to stop is if the refs stop giving warnings and take points right away. Correct. For everything. Grabbing the cage, cup shots, eye pokes, anything. 1 point. Oh yeah, true. I forgot about Diaz brothers. I haven't watched a couple of the older fights. Ooh, Derek Brunson. What about Derek Brunson? Quinlan already a top 10 in my mind. Okay. I like Islam versus Ian and Cop versus Vaughn at the moment. Spider, you and I agree, buddy. I hope Cop goes in there and flatlines Van. Is Max versus Charles in Brazil? I don't think so. Quinlan Fazeev, maybe? Oh, that seems disrespectful to Fazeev, but Fazeev has lost 3 in a row. I don't think it helps Fazeev at all. Kind of just keeps him in the same spot he is in. The guy only fights hard fighters. Quinlan, Bobby Green, even if Bobby, is outmatched in that. Ooh, yeah. When Charles Max got announced, I was so excited. Me too. Silva's a dork, but who do you think he fights next? I like Silva a lot. He's a little emotional, but a little out there. But as a fighter, he's very good. He beat Arnold Allen. I said I think the rematch with Kevin Vallejo, the winner of that Kevin Vallejo's fight with Josh Emmett. John Jones got arthritis. He also just said it's not going to stop him from fighting at the White House. I just seen it. He put out like an article, or whatever, saying that he'll fight at the White House. So I don't really know. Armin never making 45. I agree. Oh damn, we got Charles Oliveira versus Max. I can't wait to see that. It's gonna be sick. But some kid is rising star. If he beats Petty, I wouldn't be shocked. Fair. Some asked if you thought Brunson is gonna fight more. Ooh, Brunson. Brunson. Good catch there, Lolita. No, no, I don't. No, Charles Max will be in Las Vegas. There you go. How many women do you think you can handle? That's a stupid question. My wife. Quinlan Bahamondes. Ooh, Quinlan Rebovix. That's the tougher matchup right there. Rebovix. Oh, Quinlan Manuel Torres. Ooh, Quinlan Michael Duncan. Oh, God. Or Chris Duncan, sorry. Chris Duncan. Greatest lightweight stat wise, Islam or Khabib? Islam's not even close. Not even close. And got Max Holloway because I love Max, but that's a tough fight. Charles is a beast. Correct. Correct. Yeah, Jones said he would only do that, but I'm glad we won't be hearing any more of that if with Jones. You like the move to Paramount? Love it. I think it's great. I think it's exactly what the UFC needed at the time that they're in because you want as many eyes on it as you can get. It's great. If Armin doesn't fight BSD versus Zion, ooh, it's a good one. That's a tough fight for BSD. White House main event, MMA Guru versus MMA Now. Ooh, I'm getting my hand raised. I'm getting my hand raised. But if they hit the middle of the octagon and slug it out, Max wins. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, if Charles doesn't press Max, Charles is going to be at the end of like 6-piece combinations by Max. That's a terrible thing for Charles to do. But I expect him to push the pace. Paramount streaming has been better service wise than ESPN. Oh yeah, it's not even close. It's not even close. Yeah. Even though they keep telling me even though they keep telling me that the shit starts at 4 o'clock for me, it's been starting at 5 because they do an hour-long pre-fight show. Guys, I don't need to know anything more about these fighters when I'm doing this week and during the weeks, during the days of the week before the fights is talk about these fighters. BSD Charles. People sleep on Max's abilities. Just because of Volk's IQ and getting caught by Ilya, Max is still a bad motherfucker and he's like 33. I believe Max will be 35 this year. And I'm not sleeping on Max at all. I know how good Max is. Again, I had Max beating Volk in the second fight, clear as day. What's next for Charles if loses Patty during the summer? If Charles loses, please retire. Please. Am I from Texas? Never been to Texas. I'd love to go though. BSD Michael Morales rumored at 326. There's no way that fight even makes sense. BSD's in a totally different weight class. So no, no. Again, we're 4 likes away from 30. Smack that like button. Is your ancestor Viking? I don't think so. I have no idea though. I am actually doing my ancestry stuff. Waiting for my wife's actually to come in so we can check it. Mine's ready, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Again, we're 4 likes away. Smack that like button. Super chats are always welcome. Appreciate you guys. Well, hello, fellow bearded brother. Appreciate you. Islam could challenge Chimaev. I think Islam beats DDP. I'd be very curious. I think Islam could win. I think his striking's underrated for some reason. He has good grappling, obviously. The question I would have is DDP is strong. Um, yeah. That's a. I'd be very excited for that. You look like you get along with your wife's boyfriend. My wife has another boyfriend. Props to her. Ian Gary versus Makachev will be very close than people think, especially after the Morales fight. Um, I think Gary and Makachev is a very tough matchup. I think Ian Gary is a good matchup because of his footwork. Did you play any part in Game of Thrones? I fucking wish. I love that show. The question was, you think Derek is going to fight more? Oh, my bad. Derek Lewis? Yes. Oh, that's what I said. Yes, he just signed a contract. Sorry. But you have Irish blood? Hmm, potentially. I hope so. Zach Wall, big fan. I think Gary's the hardest fight for Islam at welterweight besides Shavkat. Yes. Michael Morales is next for Islam. Oh, no, what's next for Islam is Usman or Ian, but Kamaru Usman will give a tough competitive competition to Islam, but any one of them is not beating Makachev. Interesting. What's your channel about? We talk about MMA, UFC type stuff, movies occasionally, sports, all that good stuff. Oh, Derek Lewis. Oh, yep. You got to do Usman versus Bilal right now. No more waiting. I don't think Bilal deserves that. Usman's coming off of a win, and he's in talks of being the GOAT at welterweight. I think it's clearly GSP, but still, Bilal's done nothing. I love if Makachev Hamzat happens. That'd be wild. Talk about a super fight. Jesus. I don't know if they'd ever fight though. I don't know. I have no idea if they'd ever even do it. Kind of feels like they wouldn't. Honestly, they won't fight. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me too. That's what it feels like to me. Then Usman versus the winner of JDM Pratas. Again, Usman's not fighting unless it's Islam. He's not fighting any contender matchup. Am I the only one that thinks Pratas sleeps JDM? JDM's not a great. He's a good boxer, but the long strikes of Pratas, I think, easily finds the chin of JDM. Connor versus Ruffy, but I bet Connor ain't making 55. No, he's not making 55. Nope. Island Boys would smoke Usman. That makes no sense. Island Boys suck. Suck. JDM is mid. See, like, I like JDM, but like his boxing's overrated to me. It's overrated. What the fuck are you talking about? This fight would be a banger if they make JDM Carlos and Gilbert versus Bilal, maybe. Well, they already did Burns Bilal. They're not going to do that fight again. That fight already happened. But yeah, JDM Carlos is awesome. Island Boys would get their ass handed to them by Usman. Yeah. What state you in? Indiana. Island Boys are Cuban. Yeah. His takedown defense is superior, super overrated too. Oh, you're damn right it is. Even before the Islam fight. Even before. Correct. I really want to see Hamza Chimaev versus Alex Pereira. It's kind of like Khabib Conor. I think it can go either way. Round Hamza wins, stand up Alex wins. How would that go? Exactly like you're saying. I can Alex stop the takedowns of Hamzat long enough to catch Hamzat and finish him. Hamzat's striking is not good. Grappling is good. I don't really know how that fight would go. I'd probably lean to Hamzat because I think he could get the fight to the ground, but I want Alex. And a 5 round fight, does Usman beat Chimaev at 85? You take how that first fight went. I mean, I probably would go Chimaev 3-2, but there'd be argument at the end of that fight if Usman won. If Shavkat was not injured, then Morales for Shavkat at number one. Nope. If Shavkat was not injured, he's fighting for a title. JDM versus Protez, Islam versus Gary, Morales versus BSD. BSD's in another weight class, buddy. Why are we doing Morales BSD? BSD's at fucking. Oh, yeah, he's at 55. Morales is at 70. With a full camp, not 11 days. Yes. Yes. GSP, Islam, DJ, Bones, and Volk all time ranking. I'd have Bones first, GSP, DJ, Islam, Volk. Personally. But it is about 117. I got to do the one UFC Vegas 113 breakdown. Again, it will be the entire card this time. I don't have enough time this week to do individual fight breakdowns. So it's going to be one video for the entire card. I am sorry. Make sure you guys watch that, subscribe, like it, comment, all of those good things. It just helps push it. Again, I will be back on tomorrow. Hamza versus Yuri or Alex Pereira, both fight is good. I agree. Vegas, yes, UFC Vegas 113. Kind of like doing Hamza versus Islam. Hamza is too big and strong. I think Islam would do very well against Hamza. Very well. But I appreciate you guys. I will be back on tomorrow. Hot take. Volk may be the best durable fighter. Apart from that, he's mid and his resume is mid too. How is his resume mid and how is he mid? But okay. You're very weird, Patrick. Nina Ben ran through whole roster. Eeh. Islam versus Hamza is not going to fight each other. Nope. Appreciate you guys. I'll be on Saturday. See you then. Peace.